Welcome back to another warm-up show with hockey coach, goal coach Francis directly for the beautiful country of Thailand on the great Tuesday night, March 21st, 2023. Welcome aboard. Mm, he quit. He quit last night. He said, Yamo gave me Dylan Ferguson and I'm done here. I don't want to come back here. This is the worst information I never got in my life. I picked Ottawa versus Pittsburgh. I changed my mind because of information Yamo Vartanen, and then that's it. That's all. So I just want to sharing his last statement he bring to me a couple of minutes ago. And Mr. ENORTAP right now is not going to be with us tonight, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, that's happening last night with great information. Yamo gave us the last minute where Dylan Ferguson have an amazing great game last night with Ottawa Senator. Going to talk about this a bit later. But for Mr. ENORTAP, we did a joke about him, but honestly, we wish the best for his family. Something happening to his family. So we just want to sharing this to you. Like Jose Duarte, both of them, with Roger Delaney, Richard Mullen, and some of we know already they have some kind of problem with health. We just want to wish the best for them. So I just want to share with you this. So he's going to be returned tomorrow or Thursday with the Hockey Nation Show, the warm-up show as a co-host. We wish the best again for Mr. ENORTAP family. We have 13 games on the program tonight. What a great long game. A lot of games to talk about tonight. I want to do my best to give you most information what's going on. But we have a lot of contents to talk about. First of all, Montreal Canadiens play tonight again the Tampa Bay Lightning. Two players return in the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. One of them did not play since January 3rd. One of them did not play since February. So it will be interesting to see both of them, and then the Montreal make another change in the roster. So all the information about the Montreal Canadiens, I'm going to review the 5 games last night on the program. We want to congratulate some of you have an amazing, great 5-0 yesterday. One of them is Yamo. So Yamo was squeezed, he tried to disturb everybody in the room last night by telling me Ferguson, but he stuck with the Ottawa Senator. He got a great 5-0 yesterday. We have Danny T, Gary Cournoyeur, and Peter August. Again, he did it again. All 4 are going to be on the bus tonight for this warm-up show. Unfortunately for the Montreal, unfortunately for Chicago, he's the only one goal in the jail with a record of 2-3. But before we start, let's further ado to welcome everybody here in the chat tonight. First of all, we have Ryan Kirk is in the house. The Captain Kirk is for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Captain Kirk, here we go. We call him the Roadrunner. He's back in the house. Gary Cournoyeur. The moderator, Luciano Graziano, is with us tonight. Here we go. He got it. The Yamo Vartanen from Finland is in the house. Then from Utah, good afternoon. Welcome back. Of course, another moderator, the Hockey Nation Show. Fun with King 20. From Detroit, Melissa Zabran is in the house. Back in the house, Mr. William McLaren. Welcome back, William. Try to get everybody else. Look like everybody is in the house. Of course, the number 1 fans of the Buffalo Sabres predict Devon Levi to be one of the best goaltender in NHL next couple of years. I hope so. Devon Levi, I really like him. Talking about no deal, but the deal. The deal, madam, we have the real deal. I'm talking about of course, the real deal. Prim is in the house. There we go. That's what we got in the chat tonight. Thanks so much, everybody, to join us. 13 game in front of us tonight. We'll see what happens with all the thank you, all the likes we got. Like we do usually with Mr. ENORTAP, I will try to cover him. Oh, but before we start, we're not talking. Of course, the one is back in the house. Audrey Calabo. Back in the house. So, Mr. ENORTAP, what caught your attention last night? So ENORTAP said, but we have 5 games yesterday, and 5 of them, first of all, the Florida Panthers won, the Colorado won, the Edmonton won, the Los Angeles Kings won, and the Ottawa Senator won. So let's talking about the Ottawa Senator first of all. Yamo during the show said the last news that Dylan Ferguson is going to be in the lineup for the Ottawa Senator. This is the number 5 goalie for the Ottawa this season. And the young man played his first game during his career. I think he's 24 years old, by the way. And he stopped 48 shots yesterday against the Pittsburgh Penguins. A save percentage of .980. Amazing, great performance. The only thing, he did, it was to block the shot, all the pucks from Pittsburgh on any way and anyhow. He did it. Unbelievable performance of that. Pittsburgh tried everything. This was a really an uppercut for the Pittsburgh Penguins on the race for the wild card, because now Florida won yesterday with the loss of Pittsburgh. Now Pittsburgh is out of the playoff. Usually Pittsburgh have no goaltending performance for the last 7 games, and last night they have one. Unfortunately, Pittsburgh cannot score because of Dylan Ferguson. That could be a game we're going to remember at the end of the year. Couldn't make the Pittsburgh out for the first time the last 16 years in NHL. No playoff time for them, so it's just something we have to follow up. But last night, being again Ottawa and the Pittsburgh, is honestly the performance of Dylan Ferguson. By the way, the second goal of Ottawa, the goal-winning game, it came at the power play. Ottawa power play is amazing, but it was only 4 in the last 35 attempts. So they struggled in the last couple of games, but they found a way to make a big goal at the right time. It gave them a little bit hope, but I don't see it could happen with him. I don't see him. I don't see them to make the playoff, by the way, but would be really interesting. Late answer call for ENORTAP. Pittsburgh. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. I saw Ottawa 5-4, so expected goal, not really goal prediction for Yamo. So that's a bit with Ottawa. Let's go back now to the Florida Panthers. The Florida Panthers guy continues the great run they have with W again the Detroit Red Wings by the score of 5-2. This is a good performance against the Bobrovsky, and the Panthers continues the rise in the standing, and from maybe out of the playoff like 1 month ago, nobody see them coming back, and they make a very big difference there, because now they are real and they're looking good. Tonight they play against the Flyers, possibly get another W tonight, and that make them pushing close to the Islanders. So it'll be really interesting. For the last 12 games until the end of the season, the performance of the Panthers with the Pittsburgh and the New York Islanders. One of the 3 teams is going to be out of the playoff, and we have to give credit for Barkov. Barkov got yesterday another point. It's 613. It passed now Jonathan Huberdeau for the most point by any player in this franchise of the Florida Panthers since 1993. So that's happening for the Florida Panthers. Safe to say, time to say goodbye, Sutter from Calgary. Was Max Strom bad again because they scored so many goals? Yeah, one of them about that. On the flip side, the Colorado Avalanche guy won by the score 5-0. Again, the Rantanen, the Malgin was a really step up yesterday. McKinnon and Malgin have to go for the Colorado Avalanche. Another shootout for the Colorado. Colorado are flying right now. They are winning now for the last 6 games, I believe, and they're looking great. And without Lestagog, he's skating with the team, but he's not ready to play. He will wait until the end of the season to join the team, but they really find the groove, the Colorado Avalanche, and again, Rantanen, McKinnon. They did again without McCall. The next couple of minutes, I'm going to give you some stats about the Colorado Avalanche. You'll be really shocked to hear that. The Edmonton Oilers, wow, what a difficult game for them, whatever they won yesterday. They finally hammer Jim Rimmer at the end of the night. But what a great performance, the Rimmer between the pipe for the Sharks. They keep the team until to the last second of the game. They took until the 14.3 second remaining on the overtime to give the winning game for the from the Down and Nurse and to give the W for Edmonton. They cannot drop that game again. The Sun was the Sharks, but the Sharks came back all the time. At some point, they lead 3 times during the game against Edmonton Oilers. But again, the machine of the Oilers tried to push hard at the third period. At the end of the game, they tied the game. And then they continue. I think they have 10 shots on during the overtime. But Rimmer was play over his head yesterday. And we have to give credit for Jim Rimmer, but not good enough. So San Jose got only 1 point. But again, Carlson continues to perform. Another great performance, Eric Carlson yesterday with 2 goals. That gave him now 22 goals. He's getting close to get 100 points. He would be the first player to reach that milestone as a defenseman. We have to go all the way to Brent Leach during the 1992, I believe, was some area. The last game of the night, the Los Angeles Kings. OMG. Not about the Kings, but about the Flames. This is the last jab for the Kings, for the Flames. They play again tonight, the Flames. But look, how they can come back on that bad game yesterday, 8-2. This is saga. This is drama. This is a team never find his way to get out of the water, honestly, by different ways. Daryl Sutter, the coaches, the Huberdeau, the Kedri, and who to blame? You can go to many directions. Director, general manager with no contract next year. A team with high expectation after they lose Kudrow and Kachuk. They make a trade for Huberdeau, Wegar. They signed UFA Kadri. The expectation was high in Calgary. And that team with last night performance, I don't know how they can bounce back to try to catch up. I think they have no chance for make the playoff. The way everybody play in the Pacific, guys, is not. I'm going to give you another great stat about the Los Angeles Kings the next couple of minutes, guys. So I will give you a little bit information about that. We have a couple of people. What's going on? Calgary defense not very good. Vladar let to as well. Yamo Rotanen, Evan Rodriguez is out, concussion. Jack Campbell not very good. We have a lot of people. Aronson, the fifth 20 scorer for the Los Angeles Kings. So great performance, Los Angeles guys. The 3-star of the night, guys, was Dylan Ferguson, like I mentioned to you, 48 save, .980 save percentage. And Kemp for the Los Angeles Kings, 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points yesterday. And I have to go with Malgin with the Colorado Avalanche, 2 goals, 1 assist. We know he was trade for the Toronto Maple Leafs at the trade deadline to the Colorado Avalanche. So we can go with Francouz, of course, with a shootout. Yeah, Francouz. Gorgiev with a shootout last night, but I will decide to go with them. So Everson, the Stroud, the drink that is Ellie. But the score 8-2. Yeah, I'm sorry, that 8-2 last night. The score between the LA and the Los Angeles Kings. Montreal play tonight. Montreal play again the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is a back-to-back game for the Montreal Canadiens. They played last Saturday at the Amelia Arena. Lost by the score 5-3. Then they play tonight in Montreal. It will be a couple of games in Montreal for Montreal. They stay in Montreal all week. But during the day, we have announced a couple of news from Montreal Canadiens. First of all, Jake Allen should be returned between the pipe for the Montreal Canadiens. Allen struggled for the last 2 weeks. At least the last 7 days with the Montreal Canadiens. We'll see how he's going to respond after they have a really bad game against the Florida Panthers. Kirby Duck back in the lineup as a winger. Play with Suzuki tonight. Duck missed over 1 month with some kind of lower injuries and lower back injuries, I believe. And he's going to back in with the Montreal Canadiens. Things that will bring some kind of excitement and some kind of enthusiasm inside the team. At the Mayward, at the same time, they sent Anthony Richard to the Laval Rockets. So we know Richard was called up as an emergency call up. And now he's going to help in the Laval Rockets. They have a difficult time to score at that moment. It is still in the race for the playoff. Plus, Richard was he was the top scorer for the Laval Rockets this year with them. So that will help him a little bit more. Hopefully, Laval going to add more players from the Montreal Canadiens. Unfortunately, Jesse Allen is not played tonight. He has some kind of illness, not related to COVID-19. We don't know too much the rest of that. So Allen will be out because, yes, Brendan Gallagher is not there. I apologize. I put Coley there, but Brendan Gallagher going to play with Montreal tonight. Brendan Gallagher did not play since January 3rd with the Montreal Canadiens. Returned with the Montreal tonight. He's going to play on the third line for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. So big chance for that. Martin said we talked today about the fact like Brendan Gallagher have to reinvent himself to become a hockey player in NHL. The league is really changing and change the direction with the speed, everything like that. And Gallagher, unfortunately, never going to be the same Gallagher. So Gallagher needs to find another new Gallagher inside of him. And that's Sean completely not go in front of the net, everything like that. But he needs to figure out something else. If not, Gallagher is going to be a really long end of his career. He still have a many years contract with the Montreal Canadiens, pay over $6 million. But I don't know if the body, the physicality of the body, right, can follow Brendan Gallagher to stay in the NHL. Would be interesting what Montreal can make a kind of the push at some point for him, but he still have about 12 games to prove he can stay in the NHL. When I say he's not going to leave in Montreal, they are stuck with him. And the contract he got, the guys by Bergeron, it was honestly to pay for what he did in the past. Since Danu left the Montreal, Gallagher never been the same players, unfortunately. And we'll see what will be happening to him for the upcoming year, next season with Montreal. They finally find Caden Coley. Nobody see Coley the last couple of days with Montreal. Now he walked with a boot on his left foot. So this is the last thing about this. He got hurt with a knee injury. He got hurt with shoulder, and now is the foot. So really difficult year. Again, that bring back the same thing like Marco talk all the time. The medical staff, what a player play when they are hurt. I can go all the way like that. It's not a subject of tonight to talk about, but this is a really big question around the Montreal Canadiens, the medical staff, the decision to return the player too early or let the player play, and I can go all the way like that. So would be interesting to see that. We'll see what we get then. The finale, of course, Jonathan Drouin returned as a center, second line tonight with the play between Anderson and Kuranoff. We have a couple of comments in the chat. Look at better, the Fiera. Time for the one to step up tonight. A good chance again is all team from William McClary. I agree with you. Don't forget, guys, Allen is not being in action again. The light into Ernest. Gallagher would be active. RJ may give some comments. Christian Shaw, welcome back. We should catch up to Columbus. We should catch up to Columbus. Unfortunately, we cannot go in that direction. What about Mr. Rick Bengal? I love Gallagher, but I see long-term injury reason the future. Yeah. I agree with you about this, Rick. Again, guys, Rick brings a lot of great confidence, great knowledge about hockey, but I think at some point that will be the right direction for him, Rick, about that. So thanks so much, Rick, to sharing with that. LA could win the West, something I never saw coming before Christmas, William. Could possible battle with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers for sure. And that division, William, Mr. Vinny Jim is in the house. Hey, that's what we got so far. So thank you for all the likes we got tonight on this great show. So that gave us, guys, the Montreal Canadiens preview of the night. Then we have a couple of news around the league, guys. This is a big, huge news for the NHL, and they know they're going to lose their agreement with Adidas after they have, one with Nike before that. Now they lost their jersey agreement, and they got a new one. With the company Fanatic. They have an agreement of 10 years with the NHL. So the company Fanatic, who they are, the Fanatic and NHL are doing all the replica jersey for all the team in NHL for many years. been doing all the jersey for different team and different other sport. Not only the replica jersey, but they make jersey already for the official jersey. Now they add this agreement with the NHL. We don't know I did not know the disclosure of the deal, how much million, how much money they make for the get that sponsorship. But I just want to share it with you the big news between yesterday and NHL about the Fanatic and the NHL for 10 years. Giving my Halifax Oil playoff tickets on Friday. Awesome to see that. Rick Bengal. Now, I want to talk about, before we move on to the show for the 13th game, we'll do my best to give you more information. I know the NHL fact. What are you talking about? Right. First of all, guys, Kel McCarr is not in the lineup with the Colorado Avalanche. The record of Colorado is 11-1. Pretty impressive if you think about that. When McCarr is not in the lineup, the Colorado is 11-1. We talk about McKinnon, McCarr, and Ratanen. But one player we don't talk, and he produced so much, is B-Ram for the Colorado Avalanche. I believe he's underrated. I think people don't know too much about him because he's always played behind David Tays and Kel McCarr. And I think that's the one reason why the Colorado looking great right now. He balanced everything in the lineup. He become their best number 3 defenseman over Girard, Johnson, and the rest. It's B-Ram. Unfortunately, during his career in NHL, he was always follow up with many injuries. A concussion was one of them when they put him out of the NHL for over 100 games so far since the beginning of his career. But again, I believe he was a 4th overall pick. Have an amazing, great World Junior Championship with Team Canada a couple of years ago. And I think we don't recognize enough B-Ram. That's one is a big player for the Colorado Avalanche, the wild card behind the structure of that team. And now we heard Landagag is skating with the team. And now it's just a question of time before he returns. I think he's going to wait until the end of the season to return with the Colorado Avalanche for the playoff. My Fanatic order is great for Vinny. Yeah. On that one with there, Vinny, is because they create some kind of replica. So that would be the fun about this. So I don't know, give you too much about this. It's not just the quality question. It's not about the clothing line. I still have Fanatic body as well. It is all right for Vinny. Talking about now the Los Angeles Kings, guys. They are 16-4-4 in the last 24 games. The Los Angeles Kings. They are number 1 best team record. Better to Boston, better to Carolina, better to Vegas, better to Colorado. They are 16-4-4. Send the trade deadline. They trade for Korpisalo and they trade for Kavrikov. They are 6-0-2. The Los Angeles Kings. I don't know what is going to bring them for them to make it, the long run in the playoff. But you have to give credit for them. Right now, they battle in the Pacific Division. They are 10 point equal with Vegas at this moment. They are 8-0-2 in the last 10 game, and they are 1 game over the Vegas. But again, to chasing Edmonton, have to chasing them. It's not easy for Edmonton. So it look like right now, LA is a big, huge impact, guys, for finish first in the Pacific. Because if you finish second right now, you play Edmonton. If you finish first, but you have a chance to play Seattle, Kraken Seattle, or the Winnipeg Jets. So that's a big, huge fan about that. So that will be interesting what this Pacific Division is going to look like at the end of the year. For sure. I really like Girard, as good as any defender, especially 50-50 big puck battle. Yeah, Girard was another player, played for Shawinigan Cataract when he was young at the QM, William. Small player, 5'9", barely 5'9". He was drafted, played for Nashville Predator before he got traded. And it is really great dynamo players. He remind me a lot of François Bouillon. A little bit more physical, but the way he skate, Girard and stick handling, can Lane Hudson become Samuel Girard in NHL? Ken Lenarson can become better at Samuel Girard? Well, I don't know yet, but that's what we expect at some point for Lenarson. But again, it's a great way to compare William McClary. Girard, obviously, got hurt last year at the first round, and we never see him for the rest of the playoff. But great point about this. Christian talked about the jersey. Simpson durable. Calgary remind me of the mess in Winnipeg last year before Barnes took over. Yeah, great point about this, Luciano. It's a honestly, I always when I look at the team, I always ask myself, okay, who are they? Who are they? What the who they represent? What kind of team they are? The identification, who they are. I'm always looking who they represent, what kind of team they are. And the Calgary now, I don't know. Maxwell have a bad year. The defensive coverage is not great. Anifin don't have a great year. Anderson don't have a great year. Wegard don't have a great year. Daniel struggle. Zadorov is okay. And then the offensive, they never have to find the chemistry. Remember, guys, the Flame last year, the defense players missed only. Everybody played over 73 games last season. That's a really healthy team last season. Secondly, the best line in NHL was Kachuk, Lindholm, and Kudrow. They never find that line this year. They never find those kind of players that they produce it like they did last year. When that line was off, the Calgary guys was off. Maybe they play better what they are expected last year and maybe put the fans on the wrong path thinking about the Flames. So, yeah, one more year to go with Sutter. No contract for Travelin, the GM. Is the team right now, like you should talk about. Is the team don't have no, you have to figure out. And it will be interesting to go during off summer for sure. Congratulations to people with a 5-0. Yes, sir. This draft will be pretty good. And ever better. Valimaki and Arizona is looking great now. Sutter did not like Valimaki and Flame at all. Maybe a mistake. But obviously for Valimaki, it was come back for injuries. And they was not patient about this. They have to pick a choice in this organization. You have no role on the top four. And I think the another players, you lose patience, you just let him go. And I think that would be a mistake for them. Calgary does not play without Killington, Yamo. So you have no really spot for the Valimaki in the lineup. If you think about Zadorov and Efin on the left side with Killington, and unfortunately they lost Killington, that's not helping the decision to let it go Valimaki. So that's happening about that for this one over there. Not a problem. And Melissa, I will see you a little bit later. Just talking about the boss, the 5-0. We have 4 people did it. Gary Cournoyer did it. We have Peter August. And then we have Yamo joined, of course, today. Danny T. All 4 was in the party bus. So let's them celebrate. Here we go. Again, we miss Mr. ENORTAP. Mr. ENORTAP is not there. Can we put Mr. ENORTAP there? Here we go. ENORTAP is back in the corner. Unfortunately, yesterday we have someone did it. We talking about coach. Yeah, someone did. Unfortunately, have to go to jail today. Have to go on the DANY County Jail. We announced today, and unfortunately, we have one person did it. Is a Chicago Bear 97, ladies and gentlemen. Like Enata we said, lock him up. He will turn the key like this slowly. So let's see the play of this one over there. Let's do it. Here we go. Chicago lock up for the next 24 hours. Good luck, Mr. Chicago over there. Would be interesting to see who's going to be there next tonight with 13 games on the program. It's something we have to follow up for sure. Yes, Killington, look at Valimaki plays are great. We have Telvin back himself into a corner. He was not prepared for Kudro Ikachuk. Some player on the team maybe have some resentment towards management for that. Kev McCarr cannot wait for the rookie camp as well as the draft and the free agency use would do magic 100%. Kev, welcome back, my friend. Thanks to be with the Hockey Nation show. From the warm-up, my fantasy player again. RG Calabro, welcome back again. And we want to congratulate the people in the chat about the chat. Now, sorry about that. I should talk more about the fantasy league, guys. This is my mistake. I did not do a lot, and I wish I could do more. I would take full responsibility. You know, where the league have a fantasy here, and we continue to do it every for the year number 2. And the semi-finalists, guys, on that right now is Danny T versus Tokyo Tiger Cats. This is Rudolph. So Rudolph versus Danny. Rudolph completely right now dominate Danny T. And then ENORTAP is again the Team Zucker, Dave Zucker, the Rangers, New York Rangers fans, and he barely over ENORTAP. Me, I play against Yamo, and I'm behind now 8 game, 8 point, and we have other people in the chat. Ron with Kings is still there. Ron with Kings right now losing 2 again. Vinny. Then we have many others all in the chat right now, and they are played right there. And I just want to share it with you, the fantasy league. We should talk more, a little bit more at some point, but that's what we got here. Mr. Stu is in the house. Welcome back, Mr. Stu. It's fine calls. Yeah, well, many hours and day. Yeah, but again, I wish I had more hours, by the way. But there's a subject. Here we go, guys. Going to follow up this 13 game the best I can for you guys. First of all, Montreal Canadiens tonight play again the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just mention this for everybody. We're going to do it live. I said late, coach, but will be a close. Yes, I agree with you, Luciano. Yamo. 13 game in NHL. First of all, the game, one of the most important game is the Rangers against the Carolina Hurricane. The Carolina Hurricane tried to stay at the first place in the Metropolitan. You know this, the second position in the Metropolitan is going to play again the Rangers, and could be a bigger problem versus them versus maybe the Florida Panthers or the New York Islanders as the first round. So we'll be see what happening tonight. We expect between the pipe Anderson versus Chesterkin for what I heard. Not many major injury. Other effect, Chef Nikov is really the big piece of the puzzle with Pacioretty for the Carolina Hurricanes. The Rangers, the last 2 games, 13 goals, did not give 0 goal. Really great weekend for them. Look like the chemistry is coming back with Panarin and of course Patrick Kane. Plus they have Tarasenko with Zibanejad, Grader. The third line Shidle have an amazing great year for the New York Rangers. Defensively, they're looking a little bit better with Trouba and Kim Miller as a second pairing. So there's the team right now. They really find the groove, the direction about that. And we expect maybe a good performance tonight. Again, I think the play at the Madison Square Garden, they are helping them to have an opportunity to beat the Carolina Hurricanes. Maybe make a statement already now for the playoff. We know the last 10 game of the season. We want to make some kind of preparation mentally and physically for the playoff. And that's what I think the Carolina Hurricanes have to figure out this to get maybe better. But when you have Sebastian Aho, you have Teravainen over there, and they have other players, the veteran Jordan Stahl, Paul Stastny, Kokanemi have a very good month of March and February so far. And the performance of defenseman is still there. Brent Burns with Slavin. I think that team is really solid. Can they now find a way to score more goals? This is a big question for Carolina tonight. So, Mr. Sean, again, welcome aboard. Thanks to be with our Canadian show. Finally, we got the score for the Mr. ENORTAP. How all the score for Mr. ENORTAP, and he copied me again because we had the same score, 4-3 for the New York Rangers. So this is the score tonight. Usually, guys, I put your comments at the top because I do this alone tonight. I'll be fun. If you have any update for any injuries or goalies or anything like that, put this in the chat. Are helping me. ENORTAP, it really go deep on the search about players and information. Unfortunately, I could not do it. I wish I could, but I just heard this. He would not be there a couple of minutes, 1 hour ago before the show starts. So it is what it is. Game number 2 of the night, Washington Capitals back at home. Play again the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets are still on the road. They lost the last 3 games. They are 2-6-2 the last 10 games. They're not very good. They only won 8 games on the road this year, the Columbus Blue Jackets. Again, this team have many injuries, and the performance of the goaltender never been there this year with Musketian or the effect of Pisado looking great. They have a trend shot over 80 points, by the way. They have not many, the biggest injury for them is Werenski at the defenseman. For the Washington Capitals, the team never been, maybe they have a good run at the beginning of the year, maybe in November, but, they miss so many pieces on the year all the time. Oshie, Backstrom, Ovechkin, Wilson, Carlson. They never get that team helped since the beginning of the year, and that did not help, unfortunately for them. And is a team going to be, they'll go out of the playoff. They are 4-5-1 the last 10 game, 16-14, 14-4, and Washington. But again, tonight I think they will be fine against Columbus Blue Jacket. That will give him some hope, but not good enough for me to make the playoff, unfortunately. But I will give them a score of 5-2 against the Columbus Blue Jacket, and we're going to give Washington a 4-2. We expect between the pipe tonight, Lindgren versus Daniel, and then Kuznetsov will be a game time decision Tuesday. So that would be the situation. One that does Vancouver play tonight again. The Vegas go tonight later. Line play center just sound crazy. Wow, that's crazy to hear that, Yamo, about that. So Lindgren play tonight. Thanks so much for all the update we got for Yamo at RG. Game number 3 of the night, the Panthers, like I mentioned to you, the one yesterday, they won the last 3 games, 7-2-1. They are really find a way now to make they became a better team, and we have to give credit for them. They are 15-7-3 on the road. That's maybe one place where they have to be a little bit better. Now they are 12 differential plus 12. That's a good thing. The stat on the analytic underlining number are great for Vegas for the Philadelphia Panthers. By the way, Barkov got a 613 point yesterday, past Jonathan Drouin as a more scorer point on the Panthers franchise. For the Flyers, not too bad. They got 3 points on the 4 during the weekend. 2-6-2 the last 10 game is the team, you know already what's going on with there. 13-16-5 at the Wells Fargo and Philadelphia. We expect possibly to be Carter Hart again, Bobrovsky, but I'm not sure. Alex Lyon, here we go. Alex Lyon is going to be between the pipe for the Philadelphia Panthers. Will contribute the momentum for Luciano. Sam Bennett is out for the Philadelphia Panthers. I still believe the Philadelphia Panthers is going to win tonight, but Mr. ENORTAP go with Philadelphia Flyers at 3-2. I'll be really happy if this happening. So at the end of the night, if the Philadelphia last, I'll be happy. And if Philadelphia win, I'll be happy too because I got a prediction over ENORTAP. So at the end of the day, I'm win tonight of that game between Montreal and between the Flyers and the Panthers. Big game here. The Minnesota Wild play again the New Jersey Devils. We know the New Jersey Devils won the last game in Tampa Bay after the last again the Panthers. They are 5-3-2 at the last 10 game. They need to get the way to prepare for the playoff for the Devils. 248, 191. They are really good, strong team on offensive. 19, 13, and 3 at the New Jersey Prudential rank. And New Jersey. The Minnesota Wild guys send the trade deadline are on fire. They are 7-1-2 the last 10 games. This is a lot of game without Kaprizov. And it's funny because the kid consistently performing. And they are 22-11-3 on the road. That's another great performance for a team on the road. 40-22-8 on the road at home. Well, on the record, I need water. Not easy talking at 5 o'clock in the morning. We expect tonight to be Gustafsson versus Vanecek. I will go with New Jersey tonight, but really slightly. I'll go with a low score of 3-2. And then for ENORTAP, he go with New Jersey at 5-3. So Spurgeon out for Innes for the Minnesota tonight. So that I got that one over there, the New Jersey Devils for the tonight game. Then we have the Buffalo Sabres against the Nashville Predator. Two teams right now, the Nashville need to win absolutely tonight if they want to stay in the race again for the wild card number 2 for pick it up over the Winnipeg Jets. They are 5-3-2. Look, they lost a couple of players on the trade deadline, but they just continue performing because of the Zaros. I don't know if Jose will be back in the lineup tonight. I know he was ill the last couple of days. Then you have Buffalo Sabre, where they lost the last 2 games. Buffalo are 2-6-2. They did not perform very good performance for them during the most important time of the year, obviously. 13, 19, and 3 at home. And Nashville are 17, 14, and 4. But I think for me, the momentum, losing the momentum, Nashville during the last, they got again Winnipeg Jets on the weekend. And we expect between, I think it's going to be for Buffalo Sabre, LUCIANO versus Rose, Anderson versus Rose. And would be, see, I go with Buffalo tonight, but a score 4-2. And the ENORTAP go with Buffalo with a score 3-2. So low score rate, low score for that game. But we go with the Buffalo tonight. I think Tage Thompson is going to have a good night against the Nashville Predator tonight at home. Jose is still out for Yamo. Here we go. For that earlier for William McClary. We have the next game. The Boston Bruins play at home tonight at 27, 3-3. What we can say about Boston, guys? Yeah. And I think we can add more. They are performing very well. Ottawa, big W yesterday on the road against Pittsburgh Penguins. Win finally. But they are they are 4-5-1 the last 10 game, Ottawa. But I think they are 2-5 in the last 7 game. So Ottawa tried to go a back-to-back game, and you play against Boston Bruins. It's not a good news for that. And so we'll see how they can bounce back. We expect it tonight, of course, Zogard versus Ulmark, if I can record it. For that, McDonough is back. Yamo, so that's good news for that. LUCIANO versus Rose. Claude Richard in the house. Welcome back, guys. Thanks so much for to be with us tonight. And don't forget, guys, to click on the likes if you don't mind. That'd be awesome. The score me, I said 5-2, and ENORTAP said 5-2. So we are both at the same level about this one there. Again, Bruins this season. Yeah, they are looking good. Ottawa against Boston Bruins. Game number, next game, the Tampa Bay Lightning versus Montreal Canadiens. Tampa Bay guys are 9-0-1 in the last 10 game. And Vasilevsky, I believe, is 11-0-0 the last 11 game. So this is not going to be easy for the Montreal Canadiens tonight. We know Montreal send Anthony Richard to the Laval Rockets. And they have tonight, they welcome back in the lineup Kirby Doc and Brendan Gallagher. Unfortunately, they lose Jesse Allen with some kind of illness. No change as a roster. Whiteman will be out, will be in again for the Montreal Canadiens. And for the Tampa Bay Lightning, they're not very good on the road this year. 17, 16, and 1. They are 5-4-1 in the last 10 game. I think they're going to be again consistent after they lost the last game against the Devils at home. I think they're going to beat the Montreal Canadiens tonight by a score of 5-1. And Mr. ENORTAP go with a score of 4-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. Yamo goes 6-2. Boston, who else? Yeah, absolutely about this. Yamo still now Ferguson illness won't be in the lineup Tuesday against Boston. Report and Sam Montembeault visit Vasilevsky for really. I thought it was Jake Allen, Yamo, but surprisingly it's Montembeault. So wow, surprised me it's going to be about this, and it will be this game. Tampa Bay, William McClary about that. Here we go. Let's move on now, guys, for the next game we got tonight. The Toronto Maple Leafs play again the New York Islanders. Again, Toronto won the last 2 games, 6-3-1. Same record for the New York Islanders. The New York Islanders are back home after a good, successful trip on the West Coast. They're still hanging the spot number 1 of the Wild Card in the Eastern Conference. They lost the last 2 games. And at home, they are 20, 12, and 3. And Toronto are 17, 11, and 4. Toronto, again, they tried to get the momentum to prepare for the playoff. We know they not play without Ren or Raleigh, but the four core is there. Talking about Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Nylander. The defense a little bit better. Now the performance, the goaltender, a little bit shaky. That one over there. Montreal better to do, as Rick Bengal said. By the way, Vinny go with the Tampa Bay Lightning, Claude Richard with that part over there. Samsonov versus Zarokin tonight, battle of the Russian goaltender. Look, Mr. ENORTAP really believe on the New York Islanders at home by the score 4-3. I still believe that Toronto are going to push and make a push right there 4-2 because it's a team, the Toronto looking for the momentum until the end of the season. So I will go with Toronto tonight. Again, the New York Islanders at the Unil rink tonight. Thanks so much, RJ. Ask Roy, you take mine. Okay. Tavares get boo tonight. Yes, you're welcome back, John Tavares at home. Next game, guys, the Winnipeg Jet. Again, the Carolina, Arizona Coyotes. This is a game where the Jet cannot lose. Whatsoever happening, the Jet cannot lose at home against Arizona. They are only 7W. We talked about Columbus earlier with 8W. Coyotes are 7 on the road. And they are 6-2. They won the last 4 games, by the way. The Arizona, they are really good at home, but they struggle on the road. On the flip side, Winnipeg went on, lost the last game. They're only 4-5 and won the last 10 game. They lost the momentum, and that's the reason they are right now out of the top 3 on the Central Division. They are 21-12-2. They play very well at home, and then I expect them to go that way tonight. Again, the Arizona Coyotes, another unfairly trait in Toronto, Luciano. And then we expect Alebak versus Eval Melka between the pipe. But I will go Winnipeg, Winnipeg, Enata go Winnipeg by a score 5-2. I go by the score 4-1. We don't know if Pierre is back in the lineup tonight. And Mauricio, of course, he's back now. But this is a game where the Jet need to win, like you said, Luciano. They have to. We have no choice, no reason. Next game, guys, is going to be the Detroit Red Wings versus the St. Louis Blues. The two teams are out of the race. Whatever they have some kind of mathematically, they are not. They don't go nowhere. It's a trade deadline. They make both teams make big chance. St. Louis Tarasenko, Barbashev, that's one there. Reno Raleigh, right? And the Detroit let go Ronek. And that will, make a big chance over there. They trade Vrana to the St. Louis Blues, by the way. And they last 3 games, Detroit, they are 2-7-1 the last 10 game. And on the road, they are 13-16-5. For the St. Louis Blues, they are won the last 2 games, 5-5-0. Whatsoever, they failed battle, but again, it's too late for them. They're still hanging there. They are not very good at home, 15-16-4. It's offer coming back between the pipe versus Manus Hellberg for the Detroit Red Wings. And for that situation, for me, I'll go with St. Louis Blues by the score of 5-4-2. And the St. Louis Blues go with, and I'll go with Blues too for the score 3-2. It'll be interesting how they're going to respond. Of course, the St. Louis Blues and the Detroit Red Wings. It's not a game like, I don't know, I don't pay it too much. I'm not attracted by that game. Anyhow, the Seattle Kraken play against Dallas Star. This is a very important game for both teams, but on different area. First of all, Seattle Kraken try to stay in the race for the finish top 3. Not sure they can do it in Pacific Division, right? They still to prepare the playoff momentum. They are 6-3-1 the last 10 game. They are really good strength on the road, 22-9-3 for the Seattle Kraken. We know McCann have an amazing, great year. Matty Bernier could become the winner of the Calder Trophy. This is all about the goaltending over there. Grubauer and, of course, I'm talking about Jones. On the flip side, the Dallas Stars are still hanging there, 7-3-0. They have some kind of strength difficulties at home, but on the road it was pretty good. They won the last game. They are 17-9-8 at the American Airlines. We expect Attinger, I believe, between the pipe because Joey Dakar for the Seattle Kraken. Look, that Star tried to battle for the first spot. They've tried to stay there, and will be interesting. I expect, of course, the Dallas won today by the score 5-3 versus the Dallas for ENORTAP 4-2. William Snyder is in the house. Welcome back, Willie. Hopefully, you're doing well. Go Senator for Rick Bengal. So that would be a Dallas Star game tonight. The next game I want to talk about is a Calgary Flame against Anaheim Ducks. What we can say about the Flames? Last night 8-2. They are only 4-4-2. They waste the point with some bad performance. I think on the overtime they are 3-12 now since the beginning of the season. On the road 15-11. They got beat by the Kings 8-2 yesterday. How they can bounce back on that, I'm not sure. The Anaheim Ducks, guys, they lost the last game. They are 4-3 the last 10 game. Not too bad for the Ducks. 12-18-3. Would be interesting if that's happening about it. Ines won't be in the lineup. Yamo about that one over there. And then we have Vladar versus John Gibson, by the way, about that. So Calgary, we already knew the story about this. I don't want to talk too much about Calgary because we talked too many times about them. I will go with them an overtime game at 3-2. Montreal is only 4 points and from Anaheim, and that will help if the Anaheim can beat the Calgary Flame to be close to the Montreal Canadiens by 2 points. So, and I'll go with Calgary for the score 4-3. Finally, the last game of the night is going to be between the Vegas Golden Knights against the Vancouver Canucks. What a great turnover by Rick Tocchet with the Vancouver Canucks. Nobody talked too much about him. And since he's coaching there, the team is looking great. They are 8-2-0 the last 10 games. Yes, he's coming with Damko in the net and a little bit better health for the team. But again, the adjustment of J.D. Miller under Rick Tocchet is he just talk about what's going on with the team right there. Elias Pettersson have an amazing, great year with the Vancouver Canucks, and it can go all the way like that after they have so many drama and look like everything calmed down over there. On the flip side, Vegas tried to figure out to stay in the first place. Whatever they have 8-2-0, guys, that's not good enough because the Los Angeles Kings are 16-4-4 the last 24 game, and they are 8-0-2 the last 10 game. So Vegas felt the pressure from the Kings, and they tried to survive and stay in the first place. They are 21-7-5 on the road. You can see they're performing very well, and they are almost the same record at home. Vegas Canucks are 16-17-1. We expect tonight Damko versus Jonathan Quick. We know Quick, I think, is 5-1-0 or 4-1-0 sent each one of the Vegas Golden Knights. Look, my upset Vancouver, Rick, there it is. Yes, I was thinking about this, but I still Vancouver because they are really under pressure right now to win those games. And Vancouver does not play with many pressure right there. I will go meet tonight, guys, with a score of 4-3. I'm sorry about that. I did not figure out that. And then I'll go by a score 5-3 tonight. Again, that one. Then go with Jonathan Quick. Yamo said about that. So that's going to conclude, guys, all the 13 game tonight. I apologize. I don't do a great job like ENORTAP does with all the stat and the information and everything like that. I'm better to do graphic. I do things behind the scenes. I don't know. It is what it is. At the end of the night, if I was doing this all the time, I would do better. But unfortunately, doing this. Don't forget, guys, to click on the likes. We'll be back in the next 10 minutes. We're going to do the play-by-play commentary tonight between the Montreal and the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Bell Center. Other fact, 13 game in NHL, a lot of good game. We're going to do over. We're going to fully follow the game all night. And after that, for sure. Thanks so much, Luciano. Let's stand dans la QM, Yann. Just to remind everybody, guys, maybe you was not here at the beginning of the show. We wish the best for ENORTAP family. We wish the best for Jose Duarte. We wish speed recovery for Richard Molin. And then we have Roger Delaney, and we have someone else too. André Robert Drouin. Here we go. So those people, guys, they are part of the family at the Hockey National Show. And like I said, we are here to helping each other. And we are good people here. I know people asking me, what do you wish? I wish we have more people like what we have already to make this channel better. But I always believe when you work hard, somehow, somewhere, you're going to pay off in return at some point. So we cannot give up on that one. Now, just ask you to random hockey question and outcome to info coach. Did I miss your question, Mr. William? If you have any question I missed, I apologize for that one. Or you just made the comments about that. But we'll be interested in what you're going to respond tonight. After that news, Anthony Sclair was not in the ice for the pregame warm-up. Wow, interesting to see that for them. All right, I'll see you tonight, Coach. Thanks so much, Vinny, my friend. Look forward to see you a little bit later for that. So that's what we got. Thanks so much, Rick. Very kind of you, my friend. Say hi to... are you going to do any French quiz very soon, William? Woody? It's just the time is not there yet. So possible Friday night, we're going to do one, Woody, for the Montreal Canadiens. We do the show every Friday night for sure. Maybe Friday, yeah. I'm not sure Friday we are on, by the way. Anyhow, so that's complete, guys, the show tonight. Hopefully you enjoy it. Don't forget, we'll be back in the next couple minutes, and hopefully Mr. Tabi is back. We have only 2 games in the show. We have only 2 games in NHL tomorrow. Are you going to do it? We believe we're going to do it. I don't think so. We're going to skip that one tomorrow, whatever we're at 2 games. But if we miss sometime, maybe the Friday night, if it's happening, we have only 2 weeks to go anyway, 3 weeks to go in NHL. So it is what it is at the end of the night. But before we leave, guys, what are you looking for tonight, Mr. ENORTAP? And ENORTAP said, what I'm looking for, he won the Flyers win tonight against the Panthers. That's what he's looking for. I'm interested to watch the game between the Carolina Hurricane against the New York Rangers. This is the game I want to looking for me tonight to see the result of the game. 13 game. Who is going to create a surprise? Since the beginning of the year, guys, it's been that way every night. We expect everybody win that way. And they are always 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 team create some kind of surprise. Can happen again tonight. I will not be surprised. I will be shocked to see that. But before we leave, we're invited to tell one more thing, everybody.
You are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you.
Yes, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks so much, everybody, to join us tonight. Thanks to the moderator and all the great people in the chat. If you don't click on the like, that'd be good. If you can do that, we wish the best to see Mr. ENORTAP tomorrow. If not, maybe Thursday night. Until then, my friend, be well, be healthy. Find a way not only to dominate the league, but find a way to dominate the first half of what? RG said 2023. Have an amazing, great night, everybody. Hopefully see you the next couple of minutes for another play-by-play commentary with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchie. Have a great night, everyone.